Good morning. Thank you so much for coming to read with me today. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we're going to be reading Mystery at the Club Sandwich by Doug Cushman. This is a favorite of mine. It's a really, really fun little book. Lots of clever little plays on words. See if you can pick up on some of them. I have a little bit of a sore throat today, a little bit of a cold, so I've got my cough drop in my mouth and I've got my tea, so I think we'll be able to make it through, okay? Bear with me a little bit though if I get a little scratchy. Okay. Mystery at the Club Sandwich. Written and illustrated by Doug Cushman. My name is Nick Trunk. I am a detective. People hire me to find things. I do not charge much. I work for peanuts. One morning, the door to my office opened. In walked a beautiful lady. She looked like trouble. My name is Trouble, she said. Maggie Trouble. Are you Nick Trunk? That's my name, I said. I work for Lola Gale, the famous singer, Maggie said. She's lost her marbles. Excuse me, I said. She has a big bag with 6 marbles in it, Maggie said. She calls them her lucky marbles. She keeps them in a dressing room at the Club Sandwich. She sings there every night. Last night, after her first song, she looked for her marbles. They were gone. She thinks they were stolen. She sent me to get you. Where is Lola now? I asked. At the Club Sandwich, Maggie said. She hasn't left her dressing room since last night. I will take your case, I said, but I need to be paid now, in peanuts. I don't have any peanuts, said Maggie. Just an empty jar of peanut butter and a box of peanut brittle. The brittle will do for now, I said. Let's go to the club. We went to the Club Sandwich. Lola was in her dressing room. You must be Nick Trunk, she said. That's my name, I said. Can you find my marbles? She asked. I've had them since I was a little girl. They are very sparkly. They bring me good luck. Tell me what happened, I said. Every night before I sing, I hold my marbles, said Lola. I did the same thing last night, and then I went on stage to sing my song. It was a short song, only 3 or 4 minutes. When I returned to my dressing room, I looked for the marbles. They were gone. I've looked everywhere. Maggie helped me. And you haven't moved from this room since last night? I asked. No, said Lola. I spied something on the floor. Does this feather belong to you? I asked. No, said Lola. I don't like feathers. I put the feather in my pocket. I looked around some more. Do you see this smudge on the door? I asked. Yes, she said. I sniffed it. It's peanut butter, I said. Very expensive peanut butter. I never eat peanut butter, said Lola. It sticks to the roof of my mouth, and then I can't sing. All I can do is hum. Maybe the thief left it, I said. I'm going back to my office. I'll call you if I think of anything else. On the way back to the office, I stopped at the grocery store. I sniffed 15 different jars of peanut butter. I found the one I wanted. La Peanut Goo, I said, reading the label. Just as I thought. This is the kind that was on Lola's door. Back at my office, I looked at the feather. It was an ostrich feather. There are not many ostriches living in this city, but ostrich feathers are used for costumes. Costumes at clubs. Clubs like the Club Sandwich. Maybe someone who worked at the club had stolen the marbles. I had to go back. Maybe if I found someone who liked ostrich feathers and peanut butter, I'd find the thief. I drove to the club and parked my car in the alley. It was dinner time. I was hungry, so I had a peanut butter omelet. It was good. Very good. Lola had just finished singing. A magician walked out on stage. He performed card tricks and pulled a fish out of a hat. He was good, but clumsy. When he performed the disappearing peanut butter jar trick, the jar vanished with a wave of his hand. But then he dropped the jar. An ostrich feather magically appeared. But then he sneezed. More feathers and jars of peanut butter. Was the magician a crook? I went backstage to Lola's dressing room. Maybe there was a clue I had missed. There was a policeman guarding the door. "Hello, Nick," said the policeman. "Hello, Denby," I said. "I'm working this case. Has anyone been inside this room?" "No one," said Denby. "Not even Lola. The chef came by. He said he was looking for a missing jar of peanut butter. I thought it might be in Lola's room, but I didn't let him inside." "Good," I said. "I want to check for more clues." "Be my guest," said Denby. I looked in the closet and under the table. I looked behind the door and in the costume trunk. I even looked behind the fishbowl with the sparkly rocks. Nothing. Then I opened the cupboard. On the shelf was an empty jar of La Peanut goo. This was turning into a nutty case. Lucy. Sorry, my dog's getting a little bit grumbly over there. The magician had just returned to his dressing room. I knocked on the door. He opened it. "You must be Nick Trunk," he said. "That's my name," I said. "I'm looking for Lola's missing marbles. Where were you last night?" "Getting ready for my magic act," he said. "It's right after Lola's song." I finished, then walked back to my dressing room and fell asleep. "Did you see anything strange?" I said. "No," he said. "I passed the chef in the hall. Lola was back in her dressing room. Maggie was there, too. She was near the fishbowl, feeding the fish, I think. Nothing strange." I spied a jar of La Peanut goo and an ostrich feather in his magic trunk. "You are a good magician," I said. "A little clumsy, perhaps." "I know," said the magician. "I need another good trick, or more practice. But what I really need is a little luck." A little luck, I thought. Maybe from some lucky marbles. I went to the kitchen to look for more clues. The chef was cooking fish with peanut butter sauce. On the counter were the ingredients: fish, flour, cream, salt, and pepper, and a jar of peanut butter. La Peanut goo peanut butter. "You must be that detective, Nick Trunk," said the chef. "That's my name," I said. "It's too bad about Lola's marbles," he said. "They were very pretty, very sparkly." "What did you do last night?" I asked. "I took Lola and Maggie their dinner. They were in Lola's dressing room," said the chef. "It was just before the show. Then we talked." "What did they eat?" I asked. "Lola had fish in a salad," said the chef. "Maggie ate a sandwich." "What kind of sandwich?" I asked. "Peanut butter," the chef answered. "In fact, she ate a whole jar of my best peanut butter." "What did you talk about?" I asked. "Singing," said the chef. "Maggie said she likes to sing, but no one will give her a job. Lola said that she just needed more practice and a little luck." As he talked, he spread sauce on the fish with a feather. An ostrich feather. Was the chef the thief? After I left the club, I saw Maggie. She was throwing a bag of jars into the trash can. They made a loud crash. "Grrr!" she cried. She put the lid on the trash can and walked away. An ostrich feather fell from her boa. I wondered why she was so angry. I looked inside the trash can. Among the broken jars was a letter. Le Café Ritzy. "Dear Miss Trouble, we thank you for singing for us yesterday. Your voice is very nice, but you sound like you have peanut butter in your mouth. We are sorry, but we cannot hire you. We hope you have good luck singing somewhere else. Le Café Ritzy." This case was getting more interesting by the minute. I needed to think. I drove downtown to my favorite snack bar. My friend Cecil serves the best peanut butter and herring sandwiches in town. Hi, Cecil, I said. That's my name, said Cecil. You look like you need a peanut butter and herring sandwich. New case? Yes, I said. It's a tricky one, too. I told him the whole story. Do you have a suspect? Cecil asked. I'm sure the crook works at the club sandwich, I said. You see, Lola's song was only 3 or 4 minutes, so the crook had to work fast. The police searched everyone. No one had the marbles on them. That means the crook must have hidden them somewhere in the club. Good thinking, said Cecil. They may even be hidden in Lola's room, I said. Thanks for the sandwich. Put it on my tab. I walked down to the river to think some more. I found my favorite bench and sat down. I made a list of everything I knew about this mystery. Clues. An empty jar of peanut butter, a peanut butter smudge on the door, an ostrich feather. Suspects. A clumsy magician who works with an ostrich feather, a jar of peanut butter, and a fish. A singer's assistant who loves peanut butter and wears ostrich feathers and wants to sing. A chef who cooks fish with peanut butter and an ostrich feather. Maybe if I found where the marbles were hidden, I would find the crook. I looked out over the river. I saw 2 fishermen in a boat. I watched them cast their lines into the water. They pulled a fish out of the water like a magician pulling a fish out of a hat. The moonlight sparkled on the fish. It reminded me of something. Sparkly fish, water, sparkly rocks and water. Suddenly I had an idea. I hurried back to the club sandwich. Lola was in her dressing room with Maggie. The magician was there, too, doing card tricks. On the makeup table was a tube of lipstick, face cream, the fishbowl, and a jar of La Peanut goo. The chef was handing out sandwiches. Have you solved the mystery? Asked Lola. Yes, I said. To solve this mystery, I needed to find the marbles. Whoever hid the marbles was the crook. I stuck my hand into the fishbowl, pulled out 6 sparkly objects. My marbles! Cried Lola. They look just like sparkly rocks, I said. You see, the crook had to hide the marbles quickly because Lola was returning. The crook saw the rocks in the fishbowl. It was the perfect hiding place, but because either the police or Lola was always in the room, the crook couldn't get them out. But who stole my marbles? Asked Lola. Only one person had a chance to take them, I said. The magician was getting ready for his act. The chef was in the kitchen. You were singing. The crook was someone who loved ostrich feathers and peanut butter. Someone who wanted to sing, but couldn't, because she always had a mouth filled with sticky peanut butter. You mean? Lola began. Who does that leave? It was you, Maggie, I said. Why'd you do it? I was tired of working for Lola, said Maggie. I wanted my own act. I thought if I had her lucky marbles, I would get lucky and find a singing job. Someone call the police, I said. Maggie, you're going to jail. You are wonderful, Nick, said Lola. Now I have my good luck again. What can I do to thank you? Another peanut butter omelet would be nice, I said. I'll make it extra crunchy, said the chef. So that's the way it ended. The case was a tough nut to crack, but sticky crimes can be solved. Lola still sings at the club sandwich. The chef still cooks with fish and peanut butter. The magician is still clumsy and pulls fish out of a hat. As for me, I still work for peanuts. The end. How did you like it? Was it funny? That's one of my favorites. I hope you have a great rest of your day, or I hope that you had a great day today. I don't know when you're watching this. I will see you very, very soon. Hopefully we can come back and read together soon again. Auntie loves you very, very much. Have a great day.